So when it comes to ultimatums, there's only four ways it can really go.
You know what? I'm happy you actually brought that up because I've been thinking about it myself, and I think we're a good pair. I like what we have, and I don't want to lose it. So yeah, why not? Let's jump into a relationship.
Or
Well, here here's the thing, hon. I like you a lot, and I don't want to lose you, but I just don't know what I want. And if I did, trust me, it would be with you. I would want a relationship with you. I think you're an awesome woman, and anyone who gets to have you is an extremely lucky guy. But I just don't want a relationship right now. I don't know what I want, but I know that I don't want to lose you. Just give me some time. Right now, I'm just not in that space. Oh, okay, but I'm just not really looking for that. Sorry. I think we're on different pages. I'm just not looking for something serious right now. If you change your mind, let me know. You're fun to hang out with. I just don't want a relationship.
or this.
Us? Fuck no. Are you out of your fucking mind? Hell no. Hell no. There's no way on God's beautiful green earth I would ever get caught with you. Hell no. Now, obviously, we're going to shoot for the first one and not that last example. That last example is a little harsh if you ask me, and I think if a guy does that, you should cut him loose automatically, out of the picture, never talked to again. However, the three ingredients I'm about to show you in this and talk about in this video are going to put the odds in your favor. Now, are they actually going to get you the guy 100% of the time? No, of course not. No one can really promise you that, but I will promise you that it will greatly benefit you and put the odds in your favor if you add these three things. Now, let me get the bad news out of the way first, that a lot of women do not like to hear, that a lot of women do not feel is natural, and I get unsubscribes for this, and I get a lot of shit for this, but it is a negotiation. Okay, an ultimatum is a negotiation. I know you don't like that, and I agree that it shouldn't be, and it shouldn't be looked at that way. And I know a lot of you are automatically thinking, well, if I have to convince the guy to be with me, then I should. Okay, I agree. Yeah, then take a hike, right? But a lot of women, you have to understand the context of my videos that a lot of you like a guy, but you're not willing to walk away. A high-value woman tells a man what she wants, goes after what she wants, whether she cares whatever the guy thinks or not. Who gives a shit? She does it anyway. And if the guy's not on board, she's like, whatever, take a hike, dude. And she continues to do her own thing. She's on her own path, her own mission, that kind of stuff. But a lot of women do not do that. They become very vulnerable and very under the I don't know, the powers of a man. For some reason, which I'm not saying that that's necessarily always a bad thing, but it's just how much you're under. A lot of women lower their standards so much to keep a guy around. And again, when I say it's negotiation, you have to have a win-win. You have to get what you want, and he has to get what he wants. And hopefully at the end of all that, that is you two together. But a lot of the times it's win-lose, in fact, or in the terms of him winning and you losing because you lowered your standards just to keep him around. Okay, so you do have to look at it as a negotiation. That's just a part of life. Now, the three ingredients I want to talk about is number one, is him actually losing something. Does he feel by you giving him this ultimatum, is he actually losing out on something? And that something should be you. Okay, I always tell men and women that the courting stage, even if he's the one courting you, he is proving himself to you. And during the courting stage, you are in a way proving yourself to him. You're showing that you are worth it, that you are ideal, that what he's investing in you is not a waste of time. And at the same time, him investing in you should be showing you, okay, this guy's actually legit. This guy actually has resources. This guy's actually a nice guy. This guy actually isn't what I thought all men were, which are douchebags. Okay, so you are kind of like trying to, it's like a resume, an interview. You are trying to attract each other during all of this. And hopefully during this, he feels like you are something valuable that he does not want to lose. Now, if you want to know how to do this, you can get my course, Attraction Academy. Link is down in the description. Or you can do it the hard way. Just watch all my videos and pick things and put it all together and see what you're doing wrong and right through trial and error. The second thing, and I would say the most important thing, is a sense of urgency. A lot of women do not want to give the ultimatum because they fear doing it and the guy calling their bluff and moving on. But you have to understand, even if you lose him, it is better than sitting around doing what you're doing right now and having him in your life, because it's an illusion. You really do not have him. He is just draining you of the benefits, and it is eventually going to nip you in the ass when you're 6 months down the road and there's another girl in the picture who actually does give him an ultimatum that he likes, and he's going to pick her over you because he drained you dry, got everything that he wanted from you, because you did not cut him off or create any sense of urgency. So let me give you an example of this. I use with my clients the example of walking down an aisle and passing all these phones and all, whatever, we'll just say phones, to get the newest iPhone or newest Samsung phone right in front of you. And let's say that new iPhone or Samsung is on a deal, right? You got a discount, and it's going to, you know for a fact, there's one left, and you know for a fact that if you come back, it's not going to be there, okay? Now, what does this have to do with anything? There is an urgency because you have this great deal of this great phone that you were looking for, right? So the first part, losing something, you are going to lose something of value. You have to make that urgent purchase or decision to grab it and take it off the shelf right now, because if you don't, again, urgency, you know it's not going to be there. You are passing all these other options along the way because there is no urgency. There is no threat in them leaving. Why? Because one, there's a lot of them and it's not really what you're looking for. And two, well, I guess it's not really what you're looking for. You don't really care. You know it's going to be there the following day. You know, if you're looking for an iPhone 10 or 11 or 12, I'm just saying that to future-proof this video, or Samsung 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, whatever, you're going to snatch that. But these are iPhones 8s, 9s, Note 4s, 5s, and all that kind of shit. You're not going to give a shit because it is what it is. No one wants them. They're going to be back tomorrow. Or yeah, they're going to be there if you come the next day. Anyway, I'm beating a dead horse here. You get the picture. You have to create urgency, which is actually holding your ground, saying what you mean, meaning when you say it, and following through. The absolute worst thing you could do when giving a guy an ultimatum is give it to him and not follow through. Then he knows he has you, you're not going anywhere, and you will never get this guy because he knows he can call your bluff. And of course, finally, number 3, I would say, is using logic and facts to argue your placement, okay, or to make an argument for your stand. So what I would say is, an example would be, if a guy gave you the excuse of, hey, I like you, I just don't know what I'm looking for, I'm sorry, and stuff like that, don't try to reason with him and say, you know what, you're right, I'll give you a little more time, you did just get out of a relationship. No. You need to argue on your defense and say, hey, you know what, I totally understand that, but you got to look at it from my perspective. And don't worry, I'm not trying to pressure you. Hey, do you? If you change your mind, let me know. I'm taking a hike. But listen, it's not fair to me to talk to a guy for 3 or 4 months and us go on, 12 dates. We've been on 12 dates already. We're hooking up. You said you're not talking to anyone else. I'm going to take your word for it. Like, what do you want me to do? To sit around and wait for that? That's just not fair to me. I need the security. I mean, that's just human nature. How is he going to argue that? He can't really argue with the fact that, well, yeah, I know you wait around for 8 weeks, but can you wait around for 8 more weeks? Like, no, that just doesn't make sense, and that's not fair to the woman. You have to argue fairness. You have to argue logic, and you have to say, that's just stupid of me. No offense, don't take this the wrong way. That if you think I'm going to wait around another 8 weeks, come on, dude. Like, that's just stupid. Why would I do that when there's someone out there who I know is willing for, or looking for a relationship? Don't you think I'm wasting my time? And then, of course, he'll say, well, do you think you're wasting your time? And I would say, yeah, if we're talking for 8 weeks and you're still not sure, I think I have my answer, man. Again, don't take that the wrong way, but if you change your mind, let me know. I'm taking a hike. And you have to argue logic, okay? So he has to actually lose something of value. There has to be an urgency to it, and you have to follow through with that urgency, and you have to argue facts, logic, and fairness. It's really hard to argue those things. Is it fair for her, or logistically or logically, not logistically, yeah, I don't expect her to wait around another 8 weeks for me. Like, he's not, listen, he has to understand without you basically saying it, that he's nothing special. Like, no guy's so ladies, I don't know why you do it. No one's special enough, men or women, to wait around, you know, for months and months and months to see if that guy changes. I cringe, no offense to my clients, I cringe when they say that kind of shit. Well, do you think he'll ever change? Do you think he'll change 3 months from now? Why in the fuck are you waiting for a guy for 3 months? Like, where's your value? You're that old iPhone 4, sitting on the side that's refurbished, that's, you know, people want when they lose their iPhone and they're broke and they don't have another the money to grab a temporary. You're a temporary iPhone 4. Don't be that. You got to hold yourself. I always say you have to have prize mentality. You have to hold yourself at a high standard. Men and women both do this all the time. I don't know fucking why. You know, it's because you like the guy or like the girl. Okay, sure, whatever. But stop. Stop with that bullshit. You know, oh, I'm going to go on a rant, as you can see. I hate when my clients say that kind of shit. And I automatically stop them too. I'm like, hey, stop right there. You already lost. I can refund you your money because you already lost. The fact that you give a shit about what this guy is doing 3 months from now, and he doesn't even want a relationship, tells me that you're in it for the long haul, that you have a long-term outcome or an end goal, or you're outcome dependent. I say something like that, you know. I'm doing like I'm talking to her. Hold on, guys. You know, and you're just going to lose. It's just not going to happen. You're outcome dependent. You can't negotiate anything because you desire him so much that you fear losing him. And it's the truth. They don't like hearing that, but that's the God honest truth. So do not be an iPhone 4, okay, ladies? With that being said, I love you. Take care and peace.